The new 2022 MacBook Air made headlines when Apple unveiled the next generation laptop at WWDC on June 6th. It's the biggest design overhaul to the MacBook Air since 2010 and the first to use the new M2 chip. And the fact that the new MacBook Air is equipped with Apple's new M2 processor makes it worthy of a closer look. If you want to know more about what's new in this device and if it's worth buying, then keep on watching. Apple's 2022 MacBook Air looks entirely different from its predecessor, with an updated chassis that eliminates the tapered design of previous generations. Rather, it features a uniform, flat design similar to that of the MacBook Pro. The display is bumped from the traditional 13 inches to 13.6 inches with smaller bezels surrounding it. One of the things that fans uniquely love about the MacBook Air is how lightweight and portable it is. The 2022 version is now 11.3mm thick, making it a bit thinner than the prior generation MacBook Air, and weighing 2.7 pounds. Apple is also offering a new power adapter that supports fast charging by utilizing two USB-C ports, allowing it to quickly charge to 80% in just 20 minutes. There's also a MagSafe charging port and the 3.5mm headphone jack. Apple added 4 feet to the bottom of the machine, which is another MacBook Pro style design touch. Just like the newer versions of the MacBook Pro, an updated 1080p FaceTime HD camera is located in the notch at the front, and an integrated 4-speaker sound system supports spatial audio and wide stereo. It also features a 3-microphone array. This new device from Apple has a 2560 by 1664 resolution with 224 pixels per inch and support for 1 billion colors, with 500 nits of brightness and P3 wide color. Apple claims that the text will be super crisp and photos and movies are more brilliant and vivid, with rich contrast and sharp detail. True Tone technology is also used in the MacBook Air to adjust the display colors according to the lighting in the room. In order to use True Tone, the MacBook Air models include a multi-channel ambient light sensor, which is able to determine the room's brightness as well as its color temperature. Upon detecting the white balance, the MacBook Air adjusts both the color and intensity of the display to match the room's lighting for a more natural, paper-like viewing experience, which also cuts down on eye strain. The new MacBook Air will be available in 4 color options: Silver, Starlight, the classic Space Gray, and Midnight. Since the 2022 MacBook Air boasts an M2 chip, it's said to be 20% faster than the MacBook Air with the M1 chip. With the improved GPU in the M2 and the concentration on performance per watt, Apple claims to deliver the same battery life and better performance. If you want to know more about the M2, I made a video about the M2 processor and what makes it different from M1, which I'll be linking in the description box down below. A standout feature of the 2022 Air is its up to 24 gigs of unified memory, more memory than the previous M1 chip. They've got the 2 base models at $1,199 and $1,499. For that, you'll get the 8-core CPU on both sides. The cheaper version will get an 8-core GPU. The more expensive version will get a 10-core GPU. For individuals who work but don't have a lot of graphics usage, the 8-core will do just fine. This MacBook Air will be available in July, and the M1 base Air will continue to be available for just $999. Since both the MacBook Air and the 13-inch MacBook Pro contain the latest slice of Apple's silicon, it naturally leads to questions about which device is the better option. But there are things to consider. If you already have an M1 desktop or laptop, then an upgrade isn't really necessary. The M1 processor is already almost industry-leading for single-core performance. However, if you're looking for a new laptop and still on the fence between the latest MacBook Air or the 13-inch MacBook Pro, then there are some reasons why you should consider the Air. Budget-wise, you can get the MacBook Air for just $1,199, while the Pro starts at $1,299 with pretty much almost the same specs. With both laptops are portable, MacBook Air, as the name suggests, is the thinnest and lightest of the Apple laptops. The difference between the MacBook Air and Pro may only be about 0.3 inches, but if you want the most display real estate, the Air is the better choice. The MacBook Air has 13.6 display, while the new MacBook Pro features a 13.3-inch display. The M2 MacBook Pro is the same design as the previous generation, and other than the chip, the fan, no MagSafe, costing $100 more, and a 720p camera that maybe you'd want to stay away from. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video and are able to get some insight on whether this new M2 MacBook Air is the one for you. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all our latest reviews, tips, and tricks. What are your thoughts on the new MacBook Air? Are any of you picking up the midnight color? Let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.